What is it about life that makes it worth living? What is it that you fear worse than death? Had I not asked myself these same questions at a time it mattered most, I probably would be standing here before you. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm here to talk to you about a life I've lived for a very long time. A life that may surprise you. A life of depression. Depression is a very strong emotion that is filled with fear, regret, frustration, isolation, and the list goes on. But to me, depression was a way of life. A life that, as a child, I thought I would have to live for the rest of my days, unless I put it to an end. I had a plan. My plan was meant to be executed at a specific time in my life. I've always asked people about me committing suicide, just to hear the sorrow in their voice. But I only ever told one person I would. Was it because she was the only person I could trust? Maybe not. But I knew she would understand. After all, she was just like me. My plan had been delayed, put on the back burner. I guess I was getting better, or just getting used to the pain. High school was my time to start anew. New friends, new lifestyle. It was my time to start over and rebuild. The mask I wore to shield the pain and grief from my past was working flawlessly. Either I was a damn great actor, or you all were just fools to believe that this was the true me. But no matter the case, life started to feel good. I lie, then I cry. I smile, but yet I'm dying. I look in the mirror, but can't see the real me. I have fallen down a hole, and I can't seem to get free. My depression was over, or so I thought. Life started to feel good, but I was becoming something I was not. But for the better, this change was necessary. I became great at things I deemed to be impossible in my original state. And for the first time, I started to forget the past. But the past couldn't seem to forget me. And the pain I sought to hide and forget came back with a vengeance and tore me apart. And its cause was something I wasn't expecting. Something I didn't understand why. Its cause was a girl. I'm sure most of you have had the feeling before, but this was a new feeling to me, to see the one. She was my reason to wake up in the morning, just to see her smile. And she was always the first and last thought to go through my mind. But as time swept by, and my feelings for her started to grow stronger, I had a sudden feeling that I was losing her. No matter how hard I tried to change for her, I still had the feeling that I was losing her. And when I thought that I had lost her completely, then so came my downfall. With the grief of my past, the thought of losing her, the mother I don't live with, the father I never met, the grandmother that drives me insane, the uncles I looked up to, yet now they are hesitant to even acknowledge one another's existence, and the friends who just won't understand. I went into my stage of clinical depression. Take it from someone who's fallen, it's a long way down. I can't seem to focus, I'm losing my mind. I feel tired yet unable to rest. I've never felt so lonely and so helpless. My mask is failing, I can't seem to even crack a smile. My desires are fading, I can't even care to try. I sit in my room and gaze upon the walls. Days go by, I haven't even bothered to move. My grandmother approaches me. Isiah, why are you like this, baby? You haven't eaten in days. What's going on? I look at my grandmother and tell her, nothing's wrong, Nana. I'll be just fine. As I lie to her face, I start to notice the tears in her eyes. I hate to see you like this, Isiah. I just can't stand by. That was the first time that I saw my grandmother cry before. I got up to hug her and told her, I'm sorry, Nana. I never meant for you to see me like this. I never meant to hurt you. After that day, I kept asking myself, why is it that no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, I always end up ruining everyone else's lives. Without pain, there would be no suffering. Without suffering, we would never learn from our mistakes. To make it right, pain and suffering is the key to all windows. Without it, there is no way to life. Anonymous once asked me if I ever came close to committing suicide. And with a grin on my face and sadness in my eyes, I say yes. I wanted to do it. I swear I wanted to do it. You have no idea how badly I wanted to do it. I thought about that night every day and kept asking myself, did I make the right choice? Is all this really worth living for? I started to feel the pain, the shivers that brought me back to that night. If only I didn't have that slight change of heart, that the blade in my hand would have pushed ever so slightly closer towards my chest. Could I have ended it all? All the pain, all the suffering, all the heartache could have all just gone away. Anonymous looked at me, surprised, yet relieved. And the last thing I asked myself that day was, what was it that stopped me from doing it? I wondered, and then I smiled, as the answer that eluded me all this time was suddenly right in front of me. The thought of death is not what frightens me most. It's the thought of losing everything and everyone I care for and love. The thought of losing you guys is what I fear most, and it's all I need to make life worth living. Thank you.